Hey everybody out there, this is Kris Nicholson. I just wanted to show you, this is where it begins. When you're making your own digital grand piano cabinet, first you're going to need a template. And of course, if you don't have enough wood, you can use two pieces of wood joined together, just like how I'm doing right now. So let me show you what I did. The darker line that's out here first, and it goes all the way around. You see I made a mistake right here, so I just wanted to deepen that curve just a little bit. I put arrows where I'm supposed to make the cuts. That is formatted for the Yamaha MP12B, which is right in front of me right now. And as you can see, the keyboard is pretty cool. It's very simple. It has 61 box, like piano style keys, as you can see. So it looks like a piano. You cannot use a regular keyboard. It's not going to work. Plus, if you had to dissect this keyboard, it will be 10 times easier than doing it from a regular keyboard, because it's too complex with the microchips and everything. This one's easy. There's only like around probably 2 microchips that's inside of it. Plus it has 12 sounds. So what I did is, this was my splittable grand project, and I decided to take it apart and just restart all over again, which clears my mind, which is really good. Now, the other grand piano that I was going to actually do, which I did a video on, was my micro station. The micro station is no longer made, so they do make the micro key Air, which is a 61 key, mini size keys. As you can see, the Yamaha has full size keys, and if you can see, there's a green line right over here. That's the inner line, and that goes all the way around, and that's a template for the micro key Air. So if I were to move the keyboard and show you exactly, now you can see it. Now you can see it. The Yamaha MP12B will come up to the first, to where it starts. And also the Korg micro key Air 61 will be, that's the starting line right there. It can't be all the way out here, because that's going to be the starting line right over here. And that's basically what it's going to look like. Which is really cool, because one thing about it is that you could just go really far with this project. Of whatever one I decide. If I find another micro station for Korg, then I will cut out the green inner line. But for right now, what I'm going to do, since before it gets too dark, I'm going to cut out the blue line, which is, just goes all the way around right here. And then if I get a call, what I did is I called my friend at Sweetwater to see if I can get another micro keyboard. If I could, then I'm in luck, because I don't want to use the ones that I have. If I know I could get another Yamaha MP12B, which is right here, because it's still a current model. And that's easy. I could just use this one, order another one. When I order the other one, it will be basically just brand new. I'm not going to take that one apart. I'll just take apart the used one, which is right here, that I got used for like $100 or something. So that's it. This is where it starts. Make your template, and then as I go along building this project, I will show you how to actually build your own grand piano cabinet. Well, I did the first step and I cut the template. I was unable to find a little mini keyboard, but it's okay, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make this, just upscale it just a little bit more, just with the full-size keys, even though it's still the same amount of keys, it's 61 keys, plus this is a Yamaha, this is a new Yamaha NP12B, that's what it is. And so what I did is I have it at the length of a concert grand piano, but shrunk down just a little bit, because it's only 61 keys, so I don't need the full 88 left. Number one, of course, you have to make your measurements. You have to set out your template the way how you want it. If you only have one piece of wood, you can extend it to 2 pieces of wood, and that's exactly what I have right here. So I got the head and I got the tail right over here. Don't worry about what color it is, because you're going to color it later, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So now, I got the MP12B right here, and this one I got used for a very low price, but I ordered a brand new one from Sweetwater Sound. So I'm allowed to actually dissect that one. Make sure you take apart the keyboard first before anything, and make sure it's compatible. This is actually compatible with it. What I mean by compatible is that all you're going to see out front is basically the keys. The body, you're not going to be using the body, but you will be using the speakers and you will be using the control panel. And also then you'll find out where the controls are, like the microchips that are inside here. So, you know, it's better to cut what you need out of it. So this keyboard, it's not going to have the body anymore. It's going to be dissected, and I ordered another one so I can play out a brand new one. And this one is just going to be for this piano only. Okay, so we cover that. Let's move the keyboard out the way. Now, as you can see, the template is right here, which is really cool. Before you do the template, as in putting stuff together, and as you can see, it's in two pieces. So if I take one piece, put it like that, it's actually in two pieces. Well, of course, we're going to have to put those two pieces together. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to make another template of that piece. So these are just two pieces. You're going to take another piece, and I'll show you. Move this up. So I have this one right here, and this has a little hole in it, which is no problem. But this is going to be our next template. So once you put it on top here, you have to make sure, number one, that the wood is even. So basically, both sides can fit in because of another step that I'm going to show you. Put this piece on top of it. Just like that. So when you put this piece on top of it, make sure it evens out. Because what the bottom board is going to be, well, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a bottom board for this. So the front board gets two pieces, and then take your highlighter. I need another highlighter, everybody. So I use this green one. Perfect. And the second piece is right over here. Good. Okay. Take this off. Take that off. This is what I'm going to be cutting as another template. This is going to be for the bottom board and the pedal board. So that's why you need two pieces on here. Even though it's a 61 key keyboard, which is going to be converted to a piano, it's still going to carry a little bit of weight as an acoustic piano, but not as much. I was to say not as much weight as an acoustic piano, but a little bit more weight as a regular digital piano. Okay. So now to show you, I have these two pieces together. Now, as you can see, if I lay down the keyboard, like this, you can, once you take off the keyboard itself, you're going to have room for the cheeks, for the cheek blocks, and also you're going to have room for the fall board, which I'm going to show you how to make later. But as you can see, the right-hand side over here is straight, and the left-hand side, what I did is I curved it in and made it as an angle. Now, you're going to ask me, Kris, why did you do that? Well, on a concert grand, mostly on most higher quality grand pianos, that's how it's made. You have the regular bow, it's long at the end, and then it's curved in and angled, as the left side is actually angled. And as you can see, that's how it is right here. It doesn't look like both sides are straight, because that side over there is straight and this side is angled. Now the reason for that is because I kind of adopted this from the Mason and Hamlin pianos and higher end Steinway pianos, plus Yamaha does that on their higher end, is that what you're actually doing is you're making it an extended soundboard. Now extended, of course, going one way this way, and extended going this way. When it's an extended soundboard, and once you put in the speakers into the speaker box, it's going to resonate louder than a grand piano. So that's why it's curved around and angled. Okay, so now we want to put these two pieces together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the keyboard away. Now, this is going to be just a temporary part of putting these two pieces together so they stay together. This is Gorilla Tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side, flip it over, and tape the other side. And as I said, this is only temporary. But I mean, it's permanent because you're going to keep it on there. Make sure that you scratch tape. And do it like that. Now, I can break this off, which is no problem. Once I break it off, I'll put it on the other side. But make sure that you scratch the sides just like this so it can stay together. And this tape will actually hook onto it, so it's no problem. Okay, so now I pick this up and tuck it on from the other side, and then I'm going to flip it over. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Just like that. Now, I hope you guys can see this. Let me see if you can see it on the camera. Yep. Just like that. As I said again, you're going to end up coloring this anyway, so if you have like spare wood laying around that is strong, just like this is actually, I think this is cedar wood. No, I'm sorry, this is a laminated ply. I think that's the best thing. I get my wood from Lowe's. I go to Home Depot, but the Home Depot by me, I'm going to be honest with you, the wood is not good. So I get my wood from Lowe's. Right here. And what I like to do, just in case, I like to give it like 2 strips. So one here and one here. So with the seam, it doesn't come undone. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So the seam does not come undone. Flip it over again. There you go. So, one more set on this side. just like that. There you go. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the sides because you're going to cover up the sides anyway. Okay, so after you did that, make sure you scratch it. What I like to do is I like to take my keys, or better yet, the part of highlighter, to scratch it in. And that's going to stay on there. No matter what you do, it's going to stay on there. It's going to be a little flexible, which is no problem, but that's going to stay on there. Just like that. So if I lift this up, it's still going to be flexible, but not that much. Okay, so that's one step. The second step is that you're going to cut out 2 pieces of wood, which I already have here, because I took it from my other project. And one of them is going to go right here, and the other one is going to go right here. Now, you can have them both together if you like, or you can have them split apart. Let's see, let's put this side over here. So I'm going to have them a little bit split apart. So from here to right here. And the reason I'm going to have them a little bit split apart because this gives me room to put other like cables and controls right here. And then at the same time, I'm going to put another one on top here. So after you do that, drill them in. Take a drill and some screws and drill them in, and that's going to be basically your format of your. Now it's not a template, now it's a palette, because instead of it being a template, first it became a template, and now it's your palette. This is what you're going to work off of. Now, as you can see, the front part of it, where the keyboard's going to be, it looks like it's a little long, but I'm going to show you as you go along that it's going to all even out and it's going to look just like a regular grand piano. Usually I build the legs by myself, but I saw these legs laying around. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to use these legs because it saves me more time from building them. But I am going to spray them to the color that it's going to be for this next piano. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually re-veneer everything on here. So you know, all the wood matches and everything, so that's going to be a challenge for me. But what I did is that I made the bottom piece from, remember I told you about the template that you're going to have from the head part of it, you're going to have the bottom piece. The bottom piece is actually supporting your legs and your lyre. So this is what it looks like upside down, and you can see there's a slant part right over here. But this is exactly what it looks like upside down. So just wanted to show you. And once that is all put together, then you can actually start putting on your legs and your lyre, and also the other leg right here, which is in the back. And that's going to be another piece what I'm going to show you. So let's go over to the carport. The carport has become my workshop. You know, I don't own a full wood shop or expensive workshop. But what I did, of course, I had some screws there, my drill, and I put those supports on. So when I lift up the piano, well, I say when I lift up the template, which is now a palette, it's not a template anymore, it became a palette, it's stable. It's very, very stable underneath, and plus I'm going to put some little supports underneath it so it won't go anywhere. But this helps it a lot. This helps it a lot. So that's pretty cool. Now, oh, just heard a car crash. That's bad. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting the bottom part, I'm going to marry it to the palette, and then I will show you the next step. What I have to do is actually drill the holes for the legs, so the legs can actually be. Okay, so what I realized is that I actually, you know, once you do a project, you make mistakes. So I did the template on the wrong side, which is no problem because it fits, and I wanted the black side on there. So that's what was basically my mistake of doing that. Now, as you can see, the reason for the bottom board is for the pedals and the legs, and over here on some grand pianos, what I did over here is that I kind of like sculptured them a little bit so they look a lot better, and I made out one palette for basically the back leg because it all has to even out. So all three legs, if you're going to use the piano legs from another piano that you just junk, all three legs have to be the same equal length. If not, you're going to have to probably get another palette for the bottom part. So what you have to do is measure it and make sure that the lyre is even with both of the legs, number one. Number two is that make sure the legs are even coming from the keyboard out. And you could put the lyre up a little bit more or back a little bit more, no matter how you want. Now I also realize when I put the little slit there, the empty space that you see there, I did that for a reason. So I could put the sustain pedal jack right there and I can make it hidden. So this is the palette of the concert grand piano that you're going to be making. And after I'm done with this piano, it's going to be so sturdy and so doable that when you're playing on this piano, you think it's going to look like a real piano, and at the same time it can actually support, like if you want one of your singers to actually sit on top of the piano, it will be able to do that. But I warn you, it is still going to be heavy because it is extra wood. I put the legs on, I put the pallets back on, I put the bottom pallets back on for the legs. And right now I want to flip it. So I have all three legs on. It's strong enough for me to flip it just regular, just like almost like a table. But don't get me wrong, it's still heavy. So there it is. Just like that. Just like that. And it's still a little bit wobbly, but this is basically the way how I want it. So what I need to do is I need to put a middle brace right here as a long middle brace. And so let me show you. This is exactly how it is. So yes, I definitely need to put that middle brace on. Or what I might end up doing is the two top braces, just put them vertically. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because that will make more sense. But you can see this is the layout, and I should have brought out the keyboard, but as I said, those legs and the lyre I didn't make at all, so that saved me a lot of time just trying to make those, because those were also treacherous of doing the right measurements and perspective. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Looks really, really good. I think the back leg could come up just a little bit more. So, but it looks good. Looks really good. So, yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the middle braces and actually make it vertical, or I could just cut another piece of wood, because I'm going to need another piece of wood probably from here to here and make it diagonal. So it's not going to be straight, it's just going to be actually diagonal into here. The reason also that could be my divider for the speaker box, because when I have it diagonal, I can have speakers on the left side and speakers on the right side right over here, which is basically your right and your left and stuff like that. But speakers on each side, and after I'm finished with this is going to be a very, very strong piece. Right now, as I said, it's very, very wobbly, so I have to actually just brace it a little bit more and put more stuff onto it just to make it even more better. And then after that, I put the bendable plywood, which is going to be the sides. For the long sides, like say for instance from right here to right over here, it's going to be just a regular wood, and then from all throughout the bendable sides, it's going to be all bendable plywood. So I say, let's see, one, it's going to be alongside right here, so it's going to be two, so it's going to be wood right there, and then right over here, so it's going to be number three. And then the rest is going to be little wedges, which I'll show you how to do. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but that's going to be another segment. The hard part is basically done. One of the hard parts is basically done. So you just gotta get the right legs. If you want French legs, stuff like that. You might be able to find an old piano that somebody's going to throw out and say, before you throw it out, let me get the legs and the lyre. That's good. And get the key slip and the music desk. So those are most important. The key slip, the music desk, legs, lyre. And if you're going to do it like a full size, get the fall board, which is that key cover, and the cheeks. But for this, I'm going to customize it and make it my own of those parts. Hey everybody out there. So now I just wanted to show you, this is what it looks like upright. Actually grand. But this is your pallet, and the legs are actually installed on, so you might, just in case you might want to make some adjustments or whatever. But what I did, I kind of revised it, and all the braces, I made two long braces right here, and the two black braces, I put them basically vertically, which is really cool. And once I add the sides and add the other parts of the wood on here, it's going to be a lot stronger, that you could do a whole show and sit on top of the piano if you like to. I haven't measured the piano yet, or what it's going to be, and I love those legs. I saw those legs and I'm like, they're not too big, they're not too little, they're the right size legs for it. And even though it's going to be a 61 key, it's going to have basically the features of a concert grand. It's going to look like you sit at a real concert grand. So what I have to do, this is what it looks like from the other side. What I have to do is actually, I have to take apart the keyboard and examine the inside of the keyboard itself. Now I did order another one, so another one's on its way. Should be here in 2 days. So the brand new one I'm playing out with. So this one right here, I'm just going to sorry to say it, scrap it for the digital piano that I'm building. It's going to have a new life on it, which is really neat. One thing I like about these keys, they got box style piano keys, which is really cool, and the sharps and the flats are basically matted, and it looks really, really nice. I know only one of the pedals might be working on this piano, but just for the look of it, all three pedals are there, and it's going to feel like all three pedals are going to work on it. Just wanted to show you what I did. I'm going to do the measurements of how long this piano is going to be once I find a tape measure. But at the same time, I just wanted to show you guys, that's how it is right there. Plus, I did a little accident right here. I ran a screwdriver right through my finger. I didn't feel anything until I put water on it, but I cleaned it with hydrogen peroxide. Yeah. This is it right here. I don't know if it's going to actually be powered by these speakers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it lined into an amplifier. So the keyboard part is right here. The controls might be over here since it's big enough. And right over here is going to be the speaker box. So this is where the whole speaker box is actually going to be. And all this that you see inside here, once you see the sides forming, is all going to be invisible. So you're not going to actually see the sides of it, which is going to be really cool. buddy, so now the next step is that I had to cut out, you see these little squares, these rectangles right here, different sides. That's gonna be your bracing, basically. Two things, it's gonna hold the soundboard in place. That's number one, and number two is that it's gonna be kind of like your bracing as in the rim. So it's holding the rim and the soundboard in place. So what I did is I traced the area right over here where the board's going to be at, and I marked where the holes are going to be at, so I'm going to end up drilling the holes right here. Those, each one of these little ones are going to get 2. These might get 6, and they're out the whole section right over here. Plus I have some extra ones that's going to be for the middle. So I haven't figured out the middle ones yet, but I'm going to remove them one by one and just start drilling them all. So here we go. Okay, so now after we did that, now what I have to do is I have to go underneath the piano pallet, which that's what this is, and I have to drill from underneath and put all of these up where it's going to be in place. So here we go. Hey everybody, so the next step that you definitely have to do is take apart this keyboard. Or any keyboard that you're using, and make sure it's compatible. And I could tell you this is definitely compatible. I cannot believe it. Look at all of the long cables. That gives me more flexibility. If your digital piano has long cables like this, I was expecting something very, very little. This has long cables to even, I could put these controllers underneath and have them hidden instead of on top. Plus there's a volume button right there, the volume knob. But look at this. This is so easy. This is so easy. Right here, that's the power source right there that you could put your power pack on. Over here, this is your I don't know, I think this is your output. It's separated. Everything is separated. The main board separated. This over here, it's all separated. That is phenomenal. And the best part about it, look at the action on the keyboard. Phenomenal. This is on battery power, everybody. So I think this puts me to another level, which means I don't have to use the actual keyboard itself. I don't have to use these keys. I can use one of these keys, the action. So this right over here, this is an actual piano action. So that means I have to reconfigure the front of the piano, which I'm going to go back over there and look and see. And this over here, this is kind of hidden. I'm sorry about that. This is an old Kawai action from the MP9000. So if I want to still go compact and have weighted keys, I could just use this and just basically retrofit it inside the Kawai action. All I need is 61 keys. So it's going to be from all the way over there to probably right there. Yeah, because all I need is 61 keys, 5 octaves. And then I get myself a really awesome action that I can have and I can control. But yes, either one of these two. So now I have to go back to the casing, do my measurements, and I'm in heaven. Lots of heaven. Now I was thinking about upgrading to the 76 key, but I think it'll be really cool just to do this on a 61 key. I'm very excited. And on top of that, this thing is battery powered. So if the battery compartment can go separately, then I know what to do. Only thing that's not going to be battery powered is going to be the speakers, because I'm not going to use these speakers. I'm actually going to hook it up to a different speaker source, so it's more reflective to the soundboard. And I'm just blown away. I can't believe everything is separate. Each and every compartment is separate on here. So this was a perfect match. And don't worry everybody, I ordered another one so I could play out with. So as I said, this keyboard was only $179. So I should get the new one on Tuesday, and I can already start taking this one apart. I'm so excited. This is awesome. Hey everybody, taking apart the Kawai action was a breeze. I thought that all the stuff was welded together. This makes things a lot easier. You see, I separated right over here. It's all 88 keys, but we're only using 61, so I separated all 61 of them, going all the way to the last key. But I couldn't believe how easy it was just to take apart this action and to use it for my hybrid. So it's going to have the Yamaha sound, the Kawai key bed, which has actual natural long keys. And look, right over here where the bushings are and the pins, they're just lined up for me. Everything is just right there. And same thing over here. where the pivot point is. All lined up for me. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. I can't believe it. Now, I thought all the hammers came apart, which is very nice. Now, what I'm going to do with the hammers is that I'm going to spray each and every hammer with a protective black coating, so it would not basically split or anything. These are ABS. All this is ABS. Now, I hope this is a strong kind of ABS. But I am going to put a cooling fan inside here just in case if I have to play outside with it. Wow. And look at this. All of that. Everything in sections just comes right apart. So all I have to do is just basically just count the number of keys where it's at, split it apart, and that is it. So I'm happy. This project is going to turn out it's going to turn out really, really well. Now I wish I could have done a 76 key, but it's okay. The 61 key is perfect. A lot of people say I need to learn how to just play out with 61 keys, which I have, and if it has a transpose feature, I'm good. With 88 keys, I don't need a transposer, but with 61 keys, I do, and this keyboard has a transposer, which is really neat. So, very, very happy. Hey everybody out there, I am so tired. It's dark outside, so I'm not going to do any more work, but it's to be continued. So do me a favor, click like, subscribe, follow me on everything, and do me a favor, go to my Facebook. If you're on my Facebook, go to my YouTube, and also add me as a friend. If you can't, go to my Facebook friends, fan page, my Facebook fan page. And do me also a favor, click also like and subscribe to my friends. My friend Bradley, which is the Bradge, he's a keyboard enthusiast, and also he plays in bands and everything like that. So please click like and subscribe to him, and also click like and subscribe to my other friend Michael Lumley, which is also a keyboard enthusiast. He has a huge collection of keyboards. So if you look through his videos, he has tons and tons and tons of keyboards. So if you could click like and support them and support me, thank you so much for watching this video. And it's to be continued. Bye-bye.